Welcome to Senior Talk with Ms. Bonnie, where each episode we explore the joys and challenges of aging. Join Ms. Bonnie as she talks with experts, seniors, and caregivers about topics that matter to the senior community. From health and wellness to relationships and family to finances and social engagement, we'll cover it all. This episode, Ms. Bonnie sits down with Solomon Oyeyemi, owner of Green Ideas and Wellness, and Jason Friedman, owner of the CBD Guy, both experts in the CBD and medical cannabis fields, as they discuss the benefits of cannabis for seniors. So whether you're a senior yourself or just want to understand and support the older adults in your life, you're in the right place. I'm producer Chuck, and without further ado, Senior Talk with Ms. Bonnie. The context, I can't, me personally, I can't take aspirins or ibuprofen. It does something to my stomach lining. I was trying to throw the garbage up into the garbage truck and did something to my rotator cuff, and I couldn't sleep, couldn't move it. It was horrible. So I tried the aspirin and all that, and the Tylenol, the anti-inflammatories, and it was just like taking all those pills. It was just interfering with my quality of life. So you mentioned Camila from Pigtown CBD. Her and Andre, her husband Andre, run a nice, really, really thorough educational program and recommendation program. And so I went to them and I got a rub, like a salve, it actually was a cream that I could put on my shoulder, and it relieved the pain. Mm-hmm. And so that kind of got me interested in CBDs and wanting to learn more about it. You were saying you went to Camila and she gave you something for your headache? Mm-hmm. I'm going to start this by saying that Camila is not a medical doctor. She's not board certified. Right. Or anything like this.
Right. We went to the shop.
Right.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, me and my sister went to the shop. This is before she had her knee surgery. She was going to go to the shop to get something to ease the pain on her knees, on her one knee. And, it's one of those things that we're going to do, and we never did, but we were out that way. And I was, by now I had a headache that was, and I'm the type of person that don't get headaches. And I got this terrible, terrible headache. And so I bought a little thing of oil. I remember that. And she gave me a little sample of this cream to put on where my headache was. And it went away, and I haven't had a problem since. Don't get me wrong, I get those instant stress headaches, but I don't get, like, we don't even say compared to migraine, nothing close to that. But any headache I get is major for me because I don't really suffer from headaches. But these guys are, and something else too. Seniors need to know that there are other options other than pills. They need to know that, we need to know that just because they say medical marijuana, it is not the type of marijuana that gets you high. It's not that.
Well, that's what, okay, so backing up a little bit.
Okay.
So Camila and Andre, shouts out to them, shouts to Pigtown CBD.
Right.
You can find them online, but they're in Pickerington, Ohio. They had the CBDs, they had Delta 8s. Delta 8 is a derivative of the cannabis plant. So all this is derived from the cannabis plant.
Okay.
So you get CBDs from one part of the plant, then you get the psychosomatic drug, which is the THC, from another part of the plant.
Right.
And even with that, so just through the years, wear and tear on my body, I ended up getting, because I don't do pills and all that, I ended up going and getting a cannabis card, a medical cannabis card. Mm-hmm. So I had to go through, I made an appointment with the physician, the board certified physician from the state of Ohio, set an appointment. He asked me I had to fill out a questionnaire. They asked me a bunch of questions. And when I was done, they said I qualified for a cannabis card. So I paid the money and I got a cannabis card. Now with the cannabis card, you can buy CBDs, but you can also get real live marijuana.
Okay.
that's medical grade marijuana. And the difference is, and like you said, we got Solomon Oyeyemi from Green Ideas and Wellness, and Jason Friedman, the Ohio CBD guy. We went and talked to them, but we'll get to that in a second. But and this is one of the things that we're talking to him about is the differences between CBDs
And
medical marijuana, and then the stuff that's out there on the street level that, you know, I found out we don't even have to deal with that, and like that's not even in the equation anymore because, you know, I can say it's easy to get a cannabis card, but it's realistic to get a cannabis card if that's a part of your health regimen.
And also, this is to enlighten seniors, because I know I for a fact have said, I ain't taking these pills today. And that's how many pills you take during the course of a day. And it's just too many. I'm not saying you shouldn't, because this is what's been subscribed for you. But being a human being, you're going to say, one day I'm tired of taking these pills. And know that this is available to you. Right. And it's legal. And there are ways to do this. And all of your questions can be answered.
And it's coming from a place of education. And this isn't like a new fadsy thing. This has been going on for centuries.
Yes.
And this is not something fly by night. It's not something that the government has instituted to try to feed people, you know, whatever conspiracy theories. It's a real life health and wellness benefit.
And as you're going to find out, these guys, through their education and, you know, for a 25 to 30 minute questionnaire with me, is not going to get all of your questions answered. But they will stress, as I do, and as my producer does, see your doctor first. Go through your doctor first. Advise your doctor how you feel about this, and they will probably jump on the bandwagon with you. You know,
because there's all kinds of studies, there's all kinds of proof, and so now the way that it works is they can engineer a strain. They're called strains. They can engineer strains to cover different ailments. So if you have trouble eating, trouble sleeping, trouble, you know, anxiety issues, depression, whatever is, like I have a friend of mine. His wife is, you know, she's going through chemotherapy, and the medical marijuana helps her keep her food intake up, her appetite up, because the chemo does things physically. And, you know, so it's all kinds of benefits, but, you know, we had questions. We had real life questions. And I've known these guys. I've known Solomon for 20 years, 25 years. Yeah. And I trust him. And he's proven himself to be an expert in the fields of CBD and in medical marijuana. I call it miracle marijuana. He's medical marijuana. He's he's an advocate. He owns a company called Green Ideas and Wellness, which educates, advocates, and champions the use of these alternative medicines with therapies and treatments, so that you're not bogged down by a million pills.
And Jason's
Friedman.
No. I'm saying he is the Ohio CBD guy.
Right.
So his expertise would come under that category, because I learned that they are two different things, but yet they're the same.
Exactly.
You know, but you know, it's a lot, and if you listen closely, you will be very pleased with their answers and how they answer, and they'll, you know, and we'll show you around the shop and everything. And I guess this is about it for that. I can only I've introduced you to these guys, and now we'll go to the question and answer portion of this, and hope you enjoy it. Without further ado, here's Solomon and Jason. Hey everyone, my name is Bonnie Agee. Welcome to Senior Talk with Miss Bonnie. Today my guests are going to be Solomon Oyeyemi and Jason Friedman from Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's begin. I had been talking earlier about the difference between CBD, and medical marijuana. So I have some questions for you guys. Feel free to expound at any length that you want. Is point to anything that can help us seniors understand the difference between all of this misconception about CBD and medical marijuana. My first question is, can you explain the difference between CBD and medical marijuana to someone who is unfamiliar with the terms?
Well, first off, thank you for having us. We really appreciate being able to get the education to the elderly as well as everyone else, to squash some of those misconceptions. So the difference between CBD and medical marijuana, we can say, sisters of each other. CBD is derived from the hemp plant. And the medical marijuana that's being sold in the dispensaries in Ohio, comes from the cannabis plant. And actually, Jason, I would like you to expand a little bit
got it,
on the
man.
CBD side.
No, happy to. So I think you're really talking about the difference between hemp and marijuana. Both are cannabis. So cannabis is the family of plants. The hemp plant is going to be rich in CBD and have just a very little bit of THC. Marijuana, on the other hand, is going to be rich in THC and has very little bit of CBD in it, okay? THC being the psychoactive compound that gets people high and also has great pain relief properties in marijuana. CBD is non-psychoactive, so you cannot get high from CBD, but it does have some amazing benefits. Is known to help with certain issues like pain, inflammation, stress, anxiety, sleep, and so many other things.
Now, green ideas and wellness. Some people look at this short of a headshot. You know, but it isn't. This is just.
And actually, let's break down. Green Ideas and Wellness. Actually, that's my marketing, branding, and educational advocacy company that I also have products with, and we're actually at the Ohio CBD Guy store. That's the name of the store. That's Jason's baby, if we could say.
Okay, so where did I get confused?
No, you just said Green Ideas and Wellness, this store. So we're just
okay, but it isn't. It's
It's the Ohio CBD
guys.
Guy, yes.
Okay, and you were gonna sit there and not let me
I was
get
just
away with
I
it?
was just waiting my turn. It sounded like Solomon had it under control, but yes. So the name of the store is Ohio CBD Guy.
Okay.
And we have two stores, one here in East Walnut Hills that we're in today, and then one in Montgomery, as well as an online store. And really, we wanted to create this resource for people to find trusted product that they know are going to be of the highest quality, right? So they can go in and know that they're getting the best, highest quality, safe products. And safety first, absolutely.
Yes.
And really, we try to, like Green Ideas and Wellness, Solomon's baby, we really try to lead with education, right? We want people to come in here and be able to learn about what is CBD, what is hemp, what's marijuana, what's the difference, how does it work with us, and really be able to get that information out there to people, to demystify cannabis.
Great answer. Okay, what are some of the potential benefits of using CBD or medical marijuana for senior citizens? This question is important to us. I had knee surgery. My sister had knee surgery. Then she had to go back and have the same knee operated on again, so she got a second complete knee. She can't do harsh opiates, but they did give her 5 milligrams of oxycodone, which makes her nauseous, no appetite, and she's just feeling bad all the time. If she had some of this, maybe a rub, or
it would be beneficial to anybody to get more education on the actual products that you will be using, because like you said, she had surgery. There's certain cannabinoids that can be used to help in pain management, and that can also be used to help. So our bodies have a natural endocannabinoid system in them. Whether you've ever used products are not. It's in your body, it's in animals' bodies. It's something that helps your body go back to regularity and get back to homeostasis. So,
yeah, it's actually part of our central nervous system, the endocannabinoid system that Solomon just explained. And so I think to understand how and why either marijuana or hemp products could help senior citizens, it's important to know why these cannabinoids work with us. So CBD, CBG, THC, these are all cannabinoids, which are compounds found in cannabis that provide different therapeutic reactions to us. And the reason that it works is we have this endocannabinoid system built into us, which is a group of receptors that interact with all of these cannabinoids in different ways. Okay, so that's why CBD works. And so regardless of what the issue is, for whether it's for a senior citizen or anyone, is if we have joint pain, muscle pain, arthritis, stress and anxiety, sleeping issues, there are products in both this store and in medical marijuana dispensaries that can help with those issues.
Okay, now this, I think you've kind of answered on, touched on this question I'm getting ready to ask, but are there any risk or side effects associated with using CBD or medical marijuana, particularly for older adults? You know, like, for instance, opioids causes constipation. I'm sure everything has a side effect, but is this going to be like minor, you know, or something we seniors would have to worry about? Like, is it going to affect our memory, or are we going to get to the stop sign and figure which way to go, or, you know?
So that's the nice thing about cannabis products is, you know, you're not going to get the same side effects as pharmaceuticals and opiates specifically. As with any compound that you're going to be introducing, you know, we definitely recommend consulting a physician, because all of this stuff is not FDA approved, which is, I think, important to know. You look at it more as in the supplement type family from that respect. You know, cannabis works with everybody, but the key is finding the right dosage for the individual. And so the best way to do that is through trial and error, trying different things, but then coming to a place like this where we have the experience, we've dealt with a whole range of different types of customers, and we can use our experience to help guide you. But as with anything, you know, we can't make medical claims on this stuff.
Exactly. Okay.
And that's why education is so important.
Yeah, just to piggyback on what he was saying, that was the first disclaimer I was going to say, is just to be clear, we are not doctors, we are not physicians. We can just give the best judgments from trial and error with folks coming in, and with just, you know, also with the research that we've done on the products to kind of get an understanding of how it can be, you know, very beneficial and helpful.
Okay.
The point to take away, though, is that it is safe.
Yes.
Right? And if you start slow, you're not in any danger of harming yourself in any way.
Right.
I always tell our customers, the worst thing that would happen if you take too much, you might get a little sleepy. That's really it. And in some cases, that can be a good thing, right?
Heck yeah, because, you know, we seniors don't sleep.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But this stuff helps, that's for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Can you provide examples of successful CBD or medical marijuana treatments for seniors with specific health conditions? That might be a little hard unless you know somebody exactly from the beginning, you know, to their...
I can say that we have many customers that are senior citizens that we have helped put down the pills. We say ditch the pills. That's one of our mottos here, if you can, right? I mean, sometimes you need pharmaceuticals for certain reasons, but, you know, products like this tincture, this is probably our most popular product here, and it's just called an oil tincture. And so what this is a carrier oil. In this case is called MCT oil, which is a fancy name for fractionated coconut oil. And it has the hemp extract in it, which has the CBD and the other cannabinoids in it. And the way that you take it is you draw some up into the dropper, you squirt it under your tongue, and you hold it there for about 60 seconds. And what that does is it allows it to absorb into your bloodstream directly, and it's the fastest way to get it into your system that way, right? How much to take, again, that depends on the individual, you know, so we recommend starting with about 30 to 50 milligrams a day, and then go up or down as needed. Takes probably about a week or so to get built up in your system. Some people may not feel the effects for about 5 days. I'd say most people do feel it day one. So this would be one example. We have for more focused pain, like let's say you have arthritis in your knee or your wrists, this is a salve. You just rub it on where it hurts and you feel better. Fairly simple. And so these are hemp-derived CBD products that we sell here. We also have gummies. But like we said, we also sell THC products here, which are going to produce a bit stronger effect, can have a psychoactive or high effect that come along with that. But what you also get with that is even more pain relief.
Okay.
And the nice part is these products work the best when they're used in combination. Okay. It's called the entourage effect. So when you combine CBD products, THC products, it's really going to help maximize the effects.
Okay.
Solomon, did you want to add anything to that?
Definitely. Then on the medicinal side, when we're talking about the medical cannabis, I actually have products in the medicinal space in Ohio in the cannabis program in Ohio, and these are some of those products. These are actual edibles, chocolate edibles, but they have medicinal value because they are 2-in-1, where it's CBD as well as THC together. And people utilize these, a lot of elderly folks, many people utilize these because it gives those holistic feelings to you. It gives you that entourage effect. And when we talk about the endocannabinoid system and binding to those receptors, when he says it takes like maybe 3 to 4 or 5 days, it's because maybe your body has never, your endocannabinoid system has never had those supplements to go back in and help you. So it's kind of like, it's almost learning a new thing. Your body is learning a new thing, But these are some of the products that you might find. And as well, he pointed out the THC products such as the CBD flowers that they have here and the Delta flower that they have here. This is just, again, it's for, a lot of times we have seniors that come in and say that the THC products that they get at a dispensary may be a little too high in THC and a little too strong for them at this type of age. So products such as these are low, it's less than 0.3%. So it's like a lesser additive, but it's still the same health benefits with it.
Okay. Now, how does the legal, this is for you. How does the legal status of CBC and medical marijuana vary? And we're not going to say from state to state. We're just going to stick with Ohio.
Sure.
Okay. And what should seniors be aware of when it comes to legally and assess? You have to be kind of careful.
Absolutely.
Because the police is not going to know that that's medical. You see, is there a card given with it?
That's a great
certification
question. I think it's important to understand what Ohio's position is on cannabis as a whole, right? And so Ohio has a medical cannabis program, medical marijuana program, in which you have to have a card to access that through these medical dispensaries, which is where these delicious truffles are sold at the local dispensaries, right? So you do need a card for that. So you can see there's physician practices that you can go to specifically for that, right? And so that is one avenue you can go to get your cannabis products. In the store that we're in, we sell only hemp products in the store. And so based on the 2018 Farm Bill, all hemp products are legal in all 50 states. Okay, and obviously including Ohio. So you do not need a medical card to purchase any product in the store. You do have to be 18 years of age to purchase any CBD products. And then you have to be 21 years of age to purchase any THC products, these psychoactive products. And so what a lot of people do not know is that you do not need a medical card to get THC products. And so like Solomon said, the products in this store may be a bit less powerful than some of the products in the dispensary, but you can still get the exact same effect by taking 2 of what you get here versus 1. Now, you mentioned safety, and I wanted to touch on that. All of the products in our store, I don't know if you can see this here, but we have a QR code on every product. And what this is called is a COA, Certificate of Analysis. Okay, and all of these products are tested via third-party testing to make sure of two things. One, that the amount of CBD and THC and other cannabinoids are exactly what it says on the bottle, so you know what you're getting is what it says on the bottle. That's the first thing. And then also that these products are tested to make sure that they are free of pesticides, toxins, chemicals, anything like that. And so you really always want to find a product that has these QR codes on it so you can access that information. And I really make sure that everything that we sell in this store does have those certificates of analysis.
And in that same vein, when it comes to the medicinal products, all of these products are actually grown from seed to sale in the state of Ohio. So you know that if you're going to a dispensary, this is going to be a product that you can purchase, that you know where you can find out where it was made, you know it was made here, you know that it's the proper percentages of what it's supposed to be in it. And it's just, it's different than buying something from off the street, you know, from back in the day or even today. Like buying anything on the street, you never know what you're gonna get, you know, but you know for sure what percentages of THC is in here and what you're actually putting into your body. So.
What are some of the most effective ways for seniors to consume CBD or medical marijuana, and how these methods differ?
Okay, well, just like Jason has said, you know, we have things such as sublingual tinctures that you take underneath the tongue that can help you, and it gets quickly to your body. There's also gummies or edibles, there's salves. We have seltzer drinks. There's actual drinks that have very quick effects and help you out. There's a myriad of different products that are on the market right now with CBD as well as THC that can help you. If you can think of it, it's probably there. You know, there's coffee, there's, you know, it's bath bombs.
A gamut of
I mean,
things.
it's anything that you can think of naturally that normally you have. At some point, it seems that people are making those products in that vein.
Okay. Now, this question, you know, what role can a healthcare provider play in helping seniors safely and effectively incorporate CBD or medical marijuana into their healthcare regimens? All doctors don't want to do this.
That's so true. I think it's really going to depend on doctor to doctor. You're going to get some doctors that are more progressive, that are willing to recommend. Obviously, they can't prescribe, but recommend cannabis, and could take it to the point where they could help you get your medical marijuana card, if that is what you all decide is the best thing for you. Or you could have someone that's just going to say, you know, there's not enough data on that. I can't give you any recommendations. I've seen it both ways, but I can tell you that we actually have local family practice doctors that are not only customers, but recommend to their patients to come to this store specifically. We routinely get those referrals. And so I think there's still a ways to go. But we're on the right track as far as expanding the knowledge to the medical community.
Yeah, and the bottom line is it's about the education, because like you said, there's some physicians that are just regular medical physicians that they don't really have the education to even know about the CBD side or the THC side, because they've always been looking at it shunned and have always looked at it as a not valid form of healthcare and medicine, even though it's been proven to do way better than the opioids that are being prescribed to people.
They don't teach about the endocannabinoid system in medical school, at least not in the past. They may be starting to talk about it more now because the data is there. If you get online and you look for clinical studies focused on cannabinoids, it's out there. And it goes back a long time, actually, which is even more interesting to see why it has not been more mainstream until now.
Because our Native Americans used it for forever.
Absolutely.
Well, in the early 1900s, you can find tinctures and elixirs and things that were derived from hemp way back. You know,
It's from the earth.
Yeah, it's from the earth, and it just got outlawed, and that kind of just switched the
when
whole
they couldn't
idea.
figure out how to tax it.
Exactly, but they have now.
Oh yeah, they got you now, buddy.
We have a poster over in the corner over there that talks about the history of cannabis, and I'd encourage before you leave to take a look. I mean, it talks about going back 10,000 years ago, where they were using this as medicine.
Yes.
And so it is a rich history.
Okay. Well, here's our final question. Are there any considerations or precautions that seniors should keep in mind when using CBS or medical marijuana for medicinal purposes? And I know what that's going to be, but I'll let y'all answer that.
Well, I would say, once again, first and foremost, make sure that you're letting your physician know that you are wanting to start a regimen of CBD.
Don't just start up just cause.
Yeah, don't just start using, because if you're a person, because some of the different attributes of like CBD, it helps to lower blood pressure. It's anti-inflammatory, but it may take you too low if you are already on those meds.
Right.
So you want to make sure that first and foremost, you speak to your physician and let them know, hey, I'm thinking of going with a holistic way, and I would prefer to know, what's your personal feeling about that. And that'll also let you know a lot as far as with your doctor, if they know, if they understand, or if they're even in the know of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I would just encourage to make sure that wherever you get product from, that it's safe, that it has those certificate of analysis that we talked about, that it's from a reputable location. I mean, you can get CBD from a gas station, but I would not recommend it. That is something I would stay away from.
Okay.
But those are the things that I would look out for, just to make sure safe products, consult a physician, and just start slow.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you both for letting me interview you. And is there anything else you want to add, or?
I would just want to let everybody know that we have 2 locations here at Ohio CBD Guy. One here in East Walnut Hills, one in Montgomery. But if you go to ohiocbdguy.com, you can get just about any product shipped to you anywhere in the United States, as long as that state has a legal policy when it comes to whether it's THC or CBD products. But ohiocbdguy.com is our website if you'd like to learn more.
And then Green Ideas and Wellness, once again, that's my baby. But you can also go to at Green Ideas and Wellness on Instagram to give you a link to everything when it comes to the advocacy side as well. And if you do have your medical card and you are listening to this message, make sure that you go to the dispensaries here in Ohio, pick up some of your Group Sounds truffles, because they are amazing, first and foremost. They're small batch, and we are a minority-owned business, small business. And I also in the wellness sector of Green Ideas and Wellness, I also sell a tea, a loose leaf tea. It's a hibiscus tea. It's anti-inflammatory, so that was one of the first things that we, just so you can see here, that's just one of the first things that I came out with in the market of wellness. So, we appreciate you coming down and taking the time with us. And all those seniors out there, get yourself educated on these products. Get yourself educated on how it could benefit you.
Exactly. Thank you guys very much. This concludes our segment for today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have yourself a wonderful day. Goodbye.
That brings us to the end of another episode of Senior Talk with Ms. Bonnie. We'd like to thank Solomon Oyeyemi, owner of Green Ideas and Wellness, and Jason Friedman, owner of the Ohio CBD Guy, for their knowledge and insights. To learn more about Green Ideas and Wellness, follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Green Ideas and Wellness, and you'll find the Ohio CBD Guy online at ohiocbdguy.com, or visit them at either of their Cincinnati locations, 2817 Woodbury Avenue, or the one at 9520 Montgomery Road. If you want to stay connected with our community of senior citizens, be sure to follow us on social media at Senior Talk with Ms. Bonnie on Instagram. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our podcast on YouTube, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify for future episodes. Remember, it's never too late to learn and grow. So let's continue to embrace new experiences and opportunities together. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next episode. The music you hear is produced by Jay Ross for Polar Entertainment and appears on his album Jazz Hop. You'll find a link in the description.